Step 2. The 7 god names of the outer heptagon, and of the planetary archangels. A heptagon rests just inside the perimeter of the sigillum. Each of the 7 bars that compose the heptagon is divided into 7 cells, and is filled with the names of the next order of angels in the hierarchy of the sigillum. These 7 names were drawn from a 7x7 table delivered to D and Kelley in a series of brief and colorful visions. The names are read horizontally and are inserted in the bars of the outer heptagon as shown in figure. When the table is read vertically, however, the names of the 7 classic planetary archangels appear: Safkiel, Kumail, Haniel, Gabriel, Zadkiel, Raphael, Michael. These archangels were assigned to these planets many years before D and Kelley received them, and could have been found in any number of books in D's library. However, D and Kelley insisted that the table was given to them before they noticed these names were generated by the table. Start with the capital Z found in the first cell of the name ZLL or higher, then move to the first cell of the name Azekok, then move to the first cell of the name Popper, then move to the first cell of HDMHII, then move to the first cell of KKI to pick up the K, then move to the first cell of LLMG. Finally, move to the second cell of the ZLL or higher bar of the heptagon, and pick up the final L to spell Zafkiel. I hope you can visualize what happens every time you move to another bar of the heptagon to pick up a letter in the archangel's name. See figure. Step 3. The 7 names of the planetary angels beneath the bars of the outer heptagon. Just inside the bars of the outer heptagon are 7 more divine names. These names are drawn from a second 7x7 table given to D and Kelley, letter by letter, in vision. These names are read horizontally and placed beneath the bars of the outer heptagon. Figure 37. You will immediately notice some of the squares in this table contain tiny numbers and variously placed dots. These are added to indicate the addition of the letter L or letters L or L to the letter in the square, the better to spell out the names of the various angels this table will produce. These names of these 7 great angels are added to the sigillum as shown in figure 38. Step 4. The Daughters of the Light. 5 more sets of planetary angels are drawn from the second 7-fold table. The first set was revealed in vision by 7 young women clad in green silk. Each bore a little blue tablet on her forehead that identified her by name: El, Me, Is, Ina, Akel, Asdoban, and Stimkel. The names of the Daughters of Light are drawn from the second 7-fold table by reading the upper right section of the table in a diagonal, downward direction. The names of the Daughters of Light are placed on the sigillum in clockwise order in the points created by the interlocking lines of the heptagram. See figure. Step 5. The Sons of the Light. Next came 7 young men dressed in white, each carrying a metal ball. The first ball was gold, the second silver, the third copper, the fourth tin, the fifth iron, the sixth quicksilver, and the seventh lead. Each had a tablet of gold on his breast that identified him by name: Illa, Dinal, Yewa, Baja, and Stimkel. The names of the sons of light are drawn from the second sevenfold table by reading the lower left section of the table in a diagonal, downward direction. The names of the sons of light are placed on the sigillum in clockwise order on the interlocking bars of the heptagram. Step 6. The daughters of the light. Next came 7 little wenches dressed in white, having tablets, which appeared to be white ivory, on their besoms, identifying them as Ab, Arth, Ezekiel, Madami, and Esameli. The names of the daughters are drawn from the second sevenfold table by reading the upper left section of the table in a diagonal, downward direction. The names of the daughters of light are placed on the sigillum in clockwise order beneath the bars of the heptagram. Step 7. The sons of the light. Next came 7 little children, like boys dressed in robes of purple silk with long pointed sleeves and hats such as priests or scholars wear. They had triangular green tablets on their breast identifying them as An, Av, Liber, Rokal, Hagonal, and Iomes. The names of the sons are drawn from the second sevenfold table by reading the lower right section of the table in an upward, diagonal. The names of the sons of light are placed on the sigillum in clockwise order on the inner heptagon. Step 8. The planetary angels of the pentagram. Finally, Dee and Kelley were instructed in a relatively straightforward manner how to arrange the names of 7 planetary angels: Sabathiel, Zedekiel, Madamiel, Semeliel, Nogahol, Corbiel, and Lavanael around a pentagram at the very center of the sigillum. These 7 names are also drawn from the second sevenfold table by reading it in a zigzag manner, illustrated in figure. Because the original Dee and Kelley material does not confirm the planetary attributions to all the various names on the sigillum, I will not presume to do so either. I have, however, created a chart that I currently use to help me in my meditations on the subject. I offer it along with the key to reading the names of planetary archangels from the first sevenfold table. Step 9. The crosses. Once the names of these angels were placed around the central pentagram, a number of tiny crosses were added to the sigillum in a curiously inconsistent manner. And now your sigillum is nearly complete. The only thing left to add is the design on the back. It is a very simple image of a cross dominating a small circle, around which are the letters of the divine word Agla. Years ago, on a Christmas morning, I melted the stubs of scores of candles into a round Christmas cookie tin. Other magicians I know have sealed their drawings of the sigillum upon wooden discs that they purchased for pennies at a craft store, or glued the image to foam board. Whatever the medium, I think the presence of the sigillum is an important factor in creating the magical environment conducive to enochian vision magic. There is so much more the angels told Dee and Kelley about the sigillum, including suggestions for how every letter in each of the names contains a set of angels, and on by sevens. I encourage you to continue your exploration of the sigillum's mysteries. But now we must move on to the 7 ensigns of creation, where I promise you a much shorter journey.